Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans, the planner channel that took better late than never very seriously and thinks that all the late stuff still has time. Hi, it's Sunday morning. We're doing our planner for the previous week, not for the week coming up as the traditional people with their shit together minds like to do, but we are here planning. We're back planning. We're making a pretty picture in my planner. All of the above. We're doing our best. You know what we're doing? Doing our best. Okay, hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another plan with me of chaos. I really do need to go through and put the monthly plan in here. This is my new 2026 Moxie Life flagship planner. I went for a similar color scheme as last year. It's a little bit more pastel a little bit, but I like big flowers. So when it comes to big flowers, a lot of people tend to think of, I don't know, this planner. This planner. What the hell is that? Oh, I have sprints on. Hold on. BRB. Here we are. Hello. Just like nothing ever happened. Everything's fine. We're doing great. We're planning the week that has almost passed us by. Monday, December 29th through Sunday, January 4th in my Moxie Life flagship planner as previously stated. We're gonna use this planner. Look at this. Look what I did. Wait a minute. Not only did I do January goals, I did goals for this week. I could be an influencer. Look at me. No, I couldn't. I mean, I could be a weird, chaotic influencer for people who are like, oh, someone like me and I'm weird and chaotic. Anyway, let's plan our week. This is my New Year's Eve week planner. I was having a hard time deciding and I saw this one and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. And like, this girl looks like she just committed a crime and she's trying to be at this party to be an alibi. And this girl looks like there's a mystery and we're gonna party together, and then I'm really good at getting mysteries solved, so we're gonna figure it out. It may be related to her, because that's definitely the face of like, I just did a crime. And then this girl's like, I didn't see nothing. Oh, I don't know. There's mystery in this, right? There's like something exciting happening at the New Year's party. There was a murder. I don't know about murder, but I found this and I was like, this is perfect. I want the like glam and the stuff, and I like the pink because I like pink a lot. And then I realized after I downloaded it that I'd already downloaded it and used it 2024. So, you know, every day, as Cheryl Crow tried to warn us, is a winding road. And I am basically out here hitting potholes, doing my best. Okay, so we got two things here. How about this at the top? This is like little like New Year, I mean, this is lanterns, but oh God. Pressure's on, make sure I have them the right way. Okay, leaves go at the top and the lanterns hang under. And then this is like a little zodiac. I don't know where this came from, but I love it. Hello, where have you been all my life? No, it's not zodiac. I totally lied. I had it upside down and I thought it was zodiac. Okay, it's actually ocean. Listen. Last year, at the beginning of the year, I did Brittany Carmichael's, she did like a start of the year, I don't know. It was like, I wish I couldn't stay on the whole time because it ended up running late, but it was super interesting. It was about all the like major astrological and astronomy events that were happening in the year. And like, so you could be like, okay, Mercury retrograde is here. I'm going to be careful with my plans here. Or like the full moon is here. Somehow I'm stuck working both Friday the 13th this year and like every full moon. I don't know how that worked out, but FML. So like those kinds of things, right? And I loved it. It was so interesting. But they said like in 2025, one of the major guiding planets and beings, I guess, was going to be Neptune. And I was like, ooh, okay. I like that because we had just gotten back from seeing Empire of the Sun, their tour, and at the end of, we saw it in November 2024. And so then they did Swordfish, which is like, what the heck, this did not print. Everything printed right except for this one thing, it's fine. They did Swordfish Hot Kiss Night, which is like one of my favorite Empire songs, and I never thought they would do it because it's so weird, and it's like the dancers, they dress up like swordfish. It's very cute. I love it. anyway, I tell you all of this to tell you this. So I was like, oh, Neptune, this is perfect. Like Neptune and, you know, being guided by water and like, you know, water element would be the element of the year and all this stuff. I was like, I'm in for this, right? I was like, I just saw this amazing swordfish performance. That's like so cool. And then at the New Year's Eve parade, I found like a swordfish. It's like if you turned one way, it was a swordfish. If you turned the other way, it was a narwhal. And I was like, I'm here for this. And that was my costume for the New Year's parade. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I like kind of forgot about all my plans after you know what happened in January last year here in the US. And I like forgot about it until like last week on New Year's Eve when husband and I were doing like, I don't know, I'm corny. New Year's Eve is like my favorite, top 5 favorite days. October 1st, October 4th, New Year's Eve. There's probably more than that, but those are the top 3. And I was like, I always go, you know, get all woo-woo and think about stuff. And, you know, I always like when we go to dinner, that's like our special date night that we do every year. And I always ask like, okay, what was your favorite moment of the year? Or what were your top 3 favorite moments of the year? You know, things like that. Yeah, this got more and more crooked as the print job went on, but you know what? That's pretty accurate for how things are feeling right now, so I'm down with it. Husband and I were talking and I was like, I asked him like, so what were, you know, your favorite moments? And we were talking about stuff that happened, and he was saying like, oh God, getting to see Empire like 2 times and all the Dave shows, and the Gorge had like a second night of the Gorge for Dave Matthews Band. They played Before These Crowded Streets in its entirety in order. Like it was incredible. Like we had so many good concert moments and everything. And then we were talking about Empire of the Sun shows and everything, and I was like, oh my God, you know, it's so funny. I just thought of this. Remember I dressed up like the swordfish, and I was like, Neptune is guiding 2025, and then I never really thought about it again. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you know what's funny though? Neptune did the fuck guide me in 2025 because I spent more time in pools in 2025 than I probably have every year since like, I don't know, when did we stop going to my, like since 6th grade. I think 6th grade is the last year that I was like going to my neighbor's house that had a pool. No, I can't, that's not true. There was the summer we were like, okay, so since I graduated high school, okay, the time since I graduated high school to, oh God, 23 years later, has it been that long? Oh no, it's been 25 years this year. Oh my God, I'm old. Anyway, this summer, well, this year in general, but this summer especially, I spent more time in water, in pools, hot tubs, hot springs, like everything, than I have like my entire life since I graduated high school. Because I had like a big lapse in going in pools there for a long time because, I don't know, I just had body image issues and I didn't feel like comfortable. And then I found Humankind. I've talked about this before. I found Humankind brand. They have gender neutral swimsuits. And so I like bought one to try it and I was like, oh my God, welcome back to the world of pools. So I spent so much time in pools, by the Salton Sea, in the hot springs. Like, it was really like, wow, that really did. And so much of it was related to creative work and writing because I got so much writing done on my Palm Springs writing retreat and the other times that we went to Palm Springs. And like, what was I doing in Palm Springs? Using Resort Pass and going to different pools. Like, I don't know, I feel pretty good about it. Okay, moment of truth. Do we want the mystery girl or do we want, wait, this is the mystery girl. They're both mystery girls. I started to say the mystery girl and I was like, she's the mystery murder and she's the mystery knows something. And she's definitely like, she's not saying anything. Okay, who do we want on New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve, I think we're gonna go with her. We're gonna be like, she knows something. Yeah. And then New Year's Day is gonna be her. Cause like, something happened at the party, right? And we talked to her that night and she's like, I know who it is. And the next day it's revealed. I am writing an entire story. Check with me in November for my Rough Draft Challenge spin-off of my planner spread. First planner spread of 2025. No, first planner spread of 2026. It's coming. All right, so let's put this up here. I'm like thinking way too much into this. Oh, I have missed planning, y'all. All right, this is cute. I like the disco ball, but I don't think I want a 2 spread of it. I think I'm gonna use one. Which one has more disco ball? That one or that one? This one. I'm gonna use the disco ball one. I'll put that on today. I gotta go to work. Why am I always doing this before work, y'all? Can we sort that out? Okay, we gotta have, she's gotta be next. I have to use her. I was not gonna use all the people stickers because you know I'm funny about people stickers, but it's told a story, friends. It has told a story. And then this like cake. There we go. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay. What other stuff can we put in here this week? Let's put in our step counter for the week. Let's put that one here. Today is the last day of our step bet. Finally, Taylor and I we've been struggling. We have been on the struggle bus. We have actually been so much on the struggle bus that like we fell off the struggle bus and we're just like grasping the mirror with one hand, hanging on. But today's the last day. We're gonna finish strong. I trust in us. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. All right, so my work week was a little wonky this week, so we'll start putting that in here. My partner and I swapped Tuesdays. So normally this Tuesday the 30th would have been my day off, but it was not. So I worked that day because she worked the 23rd for me. And then we were open regular hours on New Year's. This is one thing I've never understood about my company. We have always, oh God, what is crooked? Something is crooked here. Oh, I think it's because this is the one that started printing or cutting crooked. Okay, I got it. We have always had regular hours on New Year's Eve and then the holiday hours on New Year's Day, which to me is like, well, that's weird because like New Year's Eve is like the party night, that celebration night, and New Year's Day is just kind of like fresh start and whatever. And then I'm like, well, I think most people would be like, oh, it doesn't matter if I get off work late because midnight is like, we're all done before midnight. And then you have Thursday to like sleep off the hangover if you have a hangover, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so I took a half day because my initial plan was to march in the parade on Wednesday night like I did the last 2 years, and they canceled the parade this year. So Pittsburgh, hi, if you're new here, I live in Pittsburgh. I think everybody knows that. But we are hosting the NHL draft. No, I wish we were hosting the NHL draft. We're hosting the NFL draft, which I don't really care about. I don't know. I don't really care about any draft, I'll be honest. Like, I liked whenever the draft would happen and my dad was alive and he would be like, we got this player, like, and it would be exciting. But I don't have the patience to sit through that. Like, come at me, bro. I'm not doing that. But anyway, we are hosting the NFL draft in 2026. So the plan is make sure I'm out of town when it happens because I don't want to deal with tourists. And second of all, they're doing all this like major construction downtown, especially like Market Square. I don't understand why the parade had to be canceled because, okay, just let me take a moment. I think I mentioned this in a December plan with me. The Krampus parade is typically in Market Square on December 5th. That's the Krampus like spooky thing. And we do big Krampus in Pittsburgh. It's a big thing here. So the parade is usually in Market Square, and then they'll like wander around Market Square and you can take your picture with them after the parade is done, etc. And this year they moved the parade to Penn Avenue in the Cultural District because Market Square is completely under construction, which if you saw my vlog about, my Vlogmas vlog about the 12 days of Yinsmas, that showed you like what it looked like, right? It's all under construction. So that would say to me that the New Year's Eve parade, which goes down Penn Avenue, should be fine. If we had to move the Krampus parade to Penn Avenue, why do we have to cancel the New Year's Eve parade? I don't understand. So what they did, instead of having like all of it, we do our New Year's Eve parade, first night parade is like a huge deal here. It's got like these crazy puppets, which is what, if you're gonna dance in the parade, you dress up in these crazy puppet paper mache costumes and you're like gigantic and it's, cannot recommend it enough. But then they also have like marching bands, they have We have a couple like local music groups that do things there. They have like performers, they have the furries come out, all that stuff. So they just had those perform. I don't think the furries came at all actually, but they had some of like the performers that maybe would have marched in the parade, just like wandering around all night. So you could like see them on the street randomly and take a picture with them, I guess. I was like, that's weird. I had big feelings. So anyway, TLDR, we did not go downtown. We just we went to dinner and then we ended up staying home, which is fine. And we actually had like a very nice night. And this year it ended up being super snowy on New Year's Eve. So like of all the years to stay home, that was like the right one to stay home. But what happened is like I requested off, like when we had to put our vacation request in November, I requested off a half day to leave at 2, so I had time to like get home, go have dinner, and then go to the parade. So then by the time we found out the parade was canceled, I was like, well, I still want to go to like a nice dinner. And we like to do early bird dinner on New Year's Eve. We like to do early bird dinner in general, but I usually just pack my life full of too many things and end up doing late bird dinner. And yeah, so anyways, that's what we did. We had dinner. I could put that in here. Sometimes it's hard for me to think while I'm talking and I have a limited amount of time. If I do a plan with me, so I did a couple things before that, and then I'll put this here. If I have a plan with me where I'm not on a timer, like I have my little timer going, then I can sit here and talk and put more stuff in. But when I am on a timer, it is harder for me to think quickly and write stuff down. What is this? Oh, what is this? A reflections notebook. I gotta do that. I have so many things I want to do, y'all, and I'm just so tired from work. Work has been just kicking my ass this week. Okay, so we had dinner at Pom Pom. I wish I knew how to do a mid-century modern handwriting font. 5:30 p.m. Oh my God, Pom Pom was so good. If you're in Pittsburgh, it's like a Palm Springs themed restaurant. And when I say Palm Springs themed, when you walk in, you feel like you're walking into Booze Hounds in Palm Springs. Like whoever, like the owners who designed this clearly have been to Booze Hounds. It's got very similar decor, and actually the menu looks like the same layout and everything. So, I mean, the Booze Hounds has just like a single page, flip it over, but theirs has like a open it, but when you open it, I'm like, I feel like I'm in Booze Hounds. This is amazing. And the service was incredible. Everybody was so nice, and they're new, so like they were like coming around to everybody's table. I mean, New Year's, you always get like special treatment. Like anybody who comes out on New Year's, like, I don't know, they always are like very nice to you at the restaurants, or maybe it's just because we're nice. I don't know. Like for example, when we used to go to Sonoma Grill before it closed downtown, they would always have the chef would like make a copy. They would print copies of the special prefix menu for you, and the chef would come out and they would bring you a signed copy of it, which is like, I know it sounds dorky, but it was a really cute little touch. And then the chef would come over and be like, what was your favorite thing? You know, just make it a little bit more special because it's the best day of the year. Top 3 best days of the year. So, yeah, I cannot say enough good things about Pom Pom. I cannot wait to go back and try more of the menu. And we brought home, so my mom stayed with us, so we could watch the ball drop and whatever together. And so, but she didn't come to dinner with us because that's like husband and my date night. So I was like, well, just tell me what you want and we'll bring home a takeout box. So she got the steak and she was like, this is literally, like, it's been 3 days now. And every morning she's like, I just can't believe I had the best steak of my life on New Year's Eve. Like, it was that good. So if you're in Pittsburgh, definitely go to Pom Pom. Servers were excellent. Like the managers that came around to check on everybody's table and see how we were enjoying the night and stuff. Oh, food was incredible. Like everything was just, it was a perfect dinner experience. And I was so happy. And also my bestie at work bought me this cute little notebook for a Christmas present that says, screw this, I'm moving to Palm Springs. And she had like bought a copy of it, and then it came with like some little marks on the back. So she like reached out to Amazon and was like, can you resend this? Because this one had some marks. So they told her just keep the one, and then they sent her another one. So now I have 2 notebooks that say that, which is amazing. And she just given me the one at work, and I hadn't taken it out of my bag yet. So when we got there, I was like, this is hilarious. I have a picture of me with my little cocktail at Pom Pom holding up my little book that says, screw this, I'm moving to Palm Springs, in my Palm Springs, my little, what are those things called? Poncho? It's not a poncho. Shawl? the little drapey thing that I love to wear. You know, you've seen it in the vlogs before. It makes me channel my inner Ginger from Casino, but before she totally fucked up her whole life. Okay, that's what I'm going for. That's the look. I wore that. I felt like $1,000,000. It was amazing, amazing New Year's Eve. And then my mom, like I said, my mom was already at our house, and then Danielle came over, and so we had fun. We had a couple, I made brandy slush, so we had some drinks. We watched the Dick Clark, which, okay, wait, I have to stop because I have to get ready for work, but I just need to okay, if you live in Mountain Time, I want you to know that I believe in you. Is Mountain Time like the Yeti of time zones here in the US? Okay, follow me here for a second. So we watched Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, which has been on forever. Now it's Ryan Seacrest. I don't know, was he an American Idol or was he an MTV? I don't know. No, I don't know. Who was Total Request Live on MTV? I was like a little too old for stuff then. Maybe not too old, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know who he is. He was somebody in the 90s. He now hosts it, and so they have like all these musical acts, and so they have New York, which is the big one, the ball drop at midnight in Eastern time, and then they always have Vegas, and I think they had Chicago was the other one. So we actually did Puerto Rico this year, which was like pretty cool, because like, thank you for finally acknowledging that Puerto Rico is part of the US. So they did at 11 p.m. Eastern time, was Puerto Rico is an hour ahead of us. And so they did the Puerto Rico midnight, and with Daddy Yankee, Zumba Class Classic, that was at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Then at Eastern time, midnight, we did the New York Eastern time celebration of midnight. Then at 1 a.m., they did Chicago for the Midwest. And then at 2 a.m., there was a commercial break. And then at 3 a.m., they did, theoretically, we went to bed at 2 a.m. They did the West Coast, which was in Vegas, Pacific time was Vegas, the celebration there. But where was Mountain Time? We did Puerto Rico this year. We got that. We were like, okay, we added on, but we were at a commercial break. Where are my Denver and Phoenix people? Like, I believe in you, okay? So I was like so mad. I was like, why are they could have Denver, they could have Phoenix, they could have, I mean, there's not really like a city in Montana where they could party, but Montana is cool. Like, ugh, my heart breaks for the Mountain Time people. It's because, as everybody knows, Mountain Time is my third favorite time zone. So, oh God, why do I have candle ash? No, is that for my black pen? Anyway, Mountain Time, I believe in you. We stayed up until 2 a.m. to celebrate you here in Pittsburgh at my house. You're real to me, just like the Yeti and the Bigfoot and the Idol Beast are. So I don't know. I don't know why that bothered me so much. I was like, we were here. It's not like we like ended the program. Like, you were there. You just were like, we forgot this time zone exists. Anyway, that's my soapbox about why Mountain Time matters. Mountain Time is better time zone than Central Time. I said what I said. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. I don't know why I have a specific ranking of time zones, but it's funny because husband has like the same one. So we were just like at dinner one night and I was like, favorite time zones in order, 1, 2, 3, and we both said the same ones, and I was like, we were meant to be. Okay, I love you all. I have to get ready for work, so I'm gonna end this here. I am planning to do my planner for next week. It's probably not gonna happen tomorrow. I'll be realistic because tonight I think I'm gonna be tired after work. But definitely Tuesday or Wednesday. Like by Wednesday this week, I will have the planner done. I will not wait until Sunday next time. So you will see this filled out on my next plan with me. There are vlogs coming. I still have a few Vlogmas vlogs to get up, and then my regularly scheduled vlogs. We have plans, okay? We're gonna do this. I forgot to mention we're going to Vegas on Sunday. So, no, we're not. No, I planned, oh my God, y'all. Today is Sunday. I needed a nap. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more coffee. I'm gonna head into work. I love you all. We are going to Vegas next Sunday. I had it in my brain because I was doing my HB90 pages for this week to put out my like commitments and errands and stuff, and actually back planning this week. Okay, we're good. I'm not going to Vegas today. I promise. I will be here. And that's what I get for talking trash on Central Time Zone. I don't know why, but I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here. And as always, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I will see you next week in my next plan with me. or in a few days in my next vlog. I love you all. Bye!